A couple summers ago, I learned that Christians can make good auctioneers. I was at a church convocation gathering in South Dakota, and there were several items to be auctioned off, but no one was volunteering to be auctioneer. You know how reluctant Episcopalians can be to ask for money. But a priest in my delegation had no such compunctions. She said, "All right, I'll do it." And she walked up and took the microphone. She said to everyone, "The money in your pockets does not belong to you. It belongs to God." The auction had begun. Rather like that priest, the author of Luke's gospel is happy to remind people that their wealth, their material possessions, do not belong to them, and that they couldn't keep a hold of their wealth even if they try. Today's parable is no exception. There is a manager, Jesus tells his disciples, and this manager's job is to manage the great wealth of his master. Unfortunately, the manager has been doing a notably poor job, and so the master summons the manager and says, "You can't be my manager anymore. Take a little time to put my books in order, but then you've got to go." The manager is in a tough spot, about to lose his livelihood. However, because the master has given him some time to finish his accounting, the manager has a brief window of access to wealth that is not his own. At this juncture, the manager is rather like us. As Christians, we can never really say we have wealth, but we might be able to say we have temporary access to wealth that is not our own. The manager decides to use his temporary window of access to his master's wealth to create a long-lasting benefit. He figures that once he has lost his job, it will be helpful to have people who are willing to help him out. So he summons people who owe goods to his master, and he reduces their debts one by one. Now these people can be expected to lend him a hand after his dismissal as manager. I think Jesus wants his disciples to take inspiration from this manager, but not for their own long-lasting benefit, like the manager, but for the long-lasting benefit of the whole community of Christ's body. When we, who have a brief window of access to God's wealth, use that access as an opportunity to give generously to God's people, there is rejoicing in heaven, which could be a good line to use at a church auction.